Now, another key point of psychological processes is memory. So, customers are not keeping all the information for a long period of time, not also for short period of time. So, there are some information which are stored temporarily or for limited repository, where there are some long-term memory where we are preserving some information in more permanent and essentially with unlimited repository. So when we are receiving the information or storing the information for a short period of time, that one is short-term memory. And when we are receiving an information for a longer period of time or protecting it for a longer period of time, that is long-term memory. Then another point that is related with memory is associated network memory model. So this model is basically much more related with long-term memory. So in our long-term memory, we are storing so many information. And when we are trying to recall some information from any part of our brain, and sometimes we are trying to connect it, then all the information that are stored in our memory is going to be activated. And then they are going to be connected. This process is known as associative network memory model. So here in the long-term memory, that is closely related with long-term memory, we are storing some information. And when we are trying to recall one information, then other stored information also get activated. And they are trying to find out the relationship. So it's a matter of brain function. This model is known as associative network memory model. Here we are storing maybe some verbal communication. We are maybe storing some pictures, some words, some celebrities. It could be anything. So when we are trying to connect one information, we are trying to recall one information, then other informations are going to be activated, and because of this activation we can find out, okay, this word has an association with that particular image. So it's happening within a very short time. That's why we cannot understand the process in a detailed way, but this is a function of the brain. And from that there comes the brand associations. So a brand is going to put so many stimuli to present its image. So when we are connecting these all stimuli one by one and try to create a complete portrait of the brand, that one is known as brand associations. So brand associations consist of all brand related words, thoughts, feelings, pictures, images, perceptions, experience, beliefs, attitudes, and each and every communication related with that brand. Now we are going to move on another important part of this chapter, that is customers buying decision process. So customers are going to follow 5 basic stages to come up with the decision making process, but it may vary based on what kind of products you are purchasing. For example, you are purchasing a certain brand of salt in a regular basis. For that, you need not to spend each and every stage for a long period of time. So after recognizing the need, you know what you want to purchase, and if you are dissatisfied, that is post purchase evaluation, if it's come some negative aspects, only then you will search for more information, you will compare the alternatives, and then take the purchase decision again. But when we are making some purchase for which we are not involved in a regular basis, for example, if you want to purchase a car, in that case each and every stage you have to spend a long period of time. So my discussion is going to consider that, okay, we are not considering the regular purchase rather than very exclusive luxury or unusual purchase, and based on that I'm going to describe about consumer buying process. The first step of the buying process is to recognize the need, recognize the problem. So sometimes we recognize the problem from our physiological need, that is known as internal stimuli. Sometimes marketers are going to influence us to think about that particular need. So here is an example that maybe you are shown up with a soft drink advertisement and you feel that, okay, I need it, I want it, because at that moment you are thirsty, and that is going to engage your internal needs, where it could also be possible that you are not thirsty, but because of the advertisement, because of the communication, you feel that, okay, it's a very cool product, so let's make a try. That one is your external stimuli. So anyhow, either it is internal or external, the first stage is to, you need to feel that, oh man, I want that. The second step is information search. I mentioned that if you go through with an unusual, unregular luxury purchase, in that case you need to consider each and every stage of the buying process. So if it is an irregular purchase, then we spend a huge amount of time in searching information. So there are so many ways or sources through which we can collect information. The first one is personal information, that is getting the information from different persons as family members, friends, colleagues, community groups, and so on. Then commercial sources. Commercial sources means you are trying to get the information from different communication of different brands. Then public sources. Public sources means different kinds of press release, different kinds of publicly available information. Mass media. Then there are some organizations who are exposing some reports on different brands. So these kinds of sources you can also get some information. Another one is experiential sources. Experiential sources means after experiencing the product, you are getting the information. So there are some brands who are giving you the option to make some trial. It's not necessary that after making the trial you have to purchase it, but they give you the option. So when you are taking or consuming it for a shorter period of time, and based on the experience you are trying to retrieve the information, that one is known as experiential sources. So after recognizing the need, we are trying to collect some information and trying to prepare the available sets of choices. So consider that is here I just give an example or a flavor of a purchase, that maybe you want to purchase a laptop, and now you are looking for more information, and after receiving or investigating, the available information, you prepare, okay, the total set of laptop brand is this. So the first row is considered as the total set. And among this total set, you found, okay, I don't know about NEC. So there is not sufficient information, or that brand is not familiar with me. So just cross it and then prepare another set. Okay, this I heard about this brand, so I know something about this brand. That is known as awareness set. Then from the awareness set, as you are searching the information, you found, okay, these brands are not offering as per my requirement, this one is not also offering as per my requirement, so I'm crossing those and considering my consideration set. And then you need to compare and come up with the decision. So how we are going to compare and come up with the decision, I'm going to talk about it in the upcoming slides. Okay, now here we are going to compare among the alternatives. So there is a model that we use to compare the alternatives known as expectancy value model. So from each and every model, from each and every feature, we are expecting a certain value along with some certain expected features. Based on our expected features and weights, we are evaluating the alternatives. So as I mentioned that we have a consideration set, and then we are moving for our choice set. So just consider that there are 4 laptops, and we found out that there are 4 separate attributes that I'm going to consider. And based on those 4 attributes, I'm rating or giving the value or weight for each and every laptop. So consider that for if we consider the graphics capacity, then laptop A is going to get the highest mark, so as the price, whereas laptop C has a very good memory capacity. So this is how for each and every feature we are going to put some weight, and then we are going to calculate it.